Good evening, weirdos and wedgie warriors. It's Wednesday, July 30th, 2025, and guess what? We've officially survived 18,230,400 seconds of this year. That's 5,064 hours, 211 days, 30 weeks, and 1 day, which means we're now 57.81% of the way through this wild roller coaster we call 2025. Take a bow, or better yet, take a seat carefully, because you never know what's waiting on Wedgie Wednesday. I'm Jonathan Riley, your friendly neighborhood troublemaker, and this is Talk Radio. Now, whether your week's been uplifting or downright uncomfortable, we are here to tug at the threads of reality, to snap the silence, and deliver stories that leave a mark. That's right, we're talking life's unexpected twists, awkward moments, and all the glorious chaos in between. From the embarrassing to the empowering, the weird to the wonderfully relatable. If it's funny, awkward, or a little too weird real, it belongs here. So go ahead, adjust your waistband, grab that emotional support snack, and settle in, because Wedgie Wednesday is about avoiding the uncomfortable. Wedgie Wednesday isn't about avoiding the uncomfortable. It's about laughing through it, just like I just did because I messed up. This is your midweek mischief, your awkward oasis, your safe space to cringe and cackle without judgment. Coming up tonight, we've got pants down predicaments, cringy confessions, tales of revenge, redemption, and maybe a few secrets hiding right in your back pocket. Because around here, no shame, no filter, just full exposure. Let's get weird.
Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Let's go. Thoughts can keep you down, pushing deep until you drown, or they can keep you up strong, focused on the now. Glass half full, or has it been emptied out? Well, that's all up to you and your mind. Do you doubt anything, everything, not a thing? Make my thoughts work for me, manifest what I need, what I want, what I see. I could be anything, I attract all the things that I see. I believe I'll achieve as I breathe in and out again and again. I don't doubt, I sit in a plan and I found out that I can execute. If I'm driven, if I listen, if I learn all the wisdom, read some books, something written, watch the best, teach a system I invest. Never hidden, I ain't scared, ain't no chicken, I take dares. I'll be winning, you get back what you're giving. Find the reason that you're living, what you're good at, all your gifts and what you love. Take a risk and find out what you've been missing. Yeah. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Your will lies deep way under the surface, and like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. And like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your why that gives you your purpose. Your will lies isn't like a fire needs coal in the furnace. This is your goal that makes it all worth it. This is your reward that gives you your purpose.
The following is rated TV MA and is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
First up, it's time to rummage through the week's weirdest things people have lost and miraculously found. This week's winners include a pair of Crocs zip-tied to a shopping cart in the Lakewood Target parking lot. No note, no explanation, just Crocs. Maybe someone lost their footing in fashion and decided to leave their footprints behind. A diary labeled "Do Not Read" found in the Clover Park High School gym locker. Whoever wrote that probably wanted privacy, but honestly, the cryptic scribbles inside mostly look like doodles of aliens and half-finished math homework. And my personal favorite, a taxidermied squirrel holding a hot dog found on JBLM's base fence. What's the story? We'll never know. Did someone try to create a squirrel mascot, or was it a very specific prank? The squirrel just stares back, forever holding that hot dog like it owns the place. Maybe we're not losing our minds. Maybe they're just hiding in the same place as that squirrel's sense of boundaries. However, honestly, I think all these weird lost and found treasures are the universe's way of reminding us that normal is overrated. But here's the kicker. I still haven't got a single story from you folks out there. Nada. Zilch. Come on. Don't make me start imagining even weirder stuff just to keep the segment alive. If you've lost something strange or found something stranger, drop me a line. Let's make Wedgie Wednesday's Lost and Found our weird little secret club. Until then, I'll keep scouring the shadows for more Crocs, diaries, and squirrels holding mystery condiments. Okay, next up, caught with your pants down. This week's shame spotlight goes to a man who tried to sneak out of a minor car crash by pretending to be a mannequin in a nearby Ross Dress for Less window. He was mostly believable, until he sneezed. Yep, turns out mannequins don't have allergies. Who knew? Who knew? Security wasn't buying it either, especially when he tried to strike a pose with a cigarette in his hand. Indoors. Let's just say he got more than a standing ovation that day. Also in the Hall of Shame this week, there's the Lakewood teen who tried to smuggle Taco Bell into summer school by stuffing it in his backpack's laptop sleeve. He was caught mid-bite during a surprise inspection when the teacher thought he was hacking away on his computer, but instead, it was a glorified Crunchwrap Supreme. Pro tip: laptops don't smell like seasoned beef and nacho cheese. And then there's the grandma who caused absolute chaos at Chuck E. Cheese. She got her grandkids kicked out after yelling "free tokens" at the top of her lungs, sparking a stampede that looked more like a Black Friday sale. Security is still reviewing the footage, and word is she might be banned from the whole state for inciting token mania. Now, before you all start thinking we're making this stuff up, and hey, these stories do sound pretty wild, but we are making it up. We still haven't gotten any viewer submissions for Caught with Your Pants Down. So if you've got some real tales of embarrassment, epic fails, or just plain weird moments where you or someone you know got caught in the act. Send them our way. Trust me, we want to laugh with you, not just at these poor souls. Seriously though, if you got a story that makes you cringe, spill the beans. You might just get your moment in the shame spotlight next week. Next up, Wedgie Redemption. Let's be real, we've all had our low moments. Those cringe-worthy, please don't remind me moments. Normally, this is where I'd be reading your redemption stories. You know, those tales of how you bounced back from embarrassment with style. But full transparency, my inbox is still pretty quiet on that front. No shame though. Maybe next week. So until the real ones start rolling in, I've got some epic fake redemption arcs to keep the good vibes flowing. First up, Jamal, a 9th grader who used to get roasted mercilessly for rocking socks with sandals. Remember that? Well, Jamal didn't just shrug it off. Nope. He turned it into a style movement. He's now running a micro fashion blog with 3,000 followers, and guess what? He was just invited to style the school fundraiser. Socks with sandals. That's vintage cool now. Go Jamal. Also earning their way out of humiliation, Clara, the cafeteria worker who used to mess up everyone's lunch orders. She once accidentally swapped vegan meals with chili cheese dogs. Chaos ensued. But now, she's the proud owner of Sloppy Joe's Revenge, a food truck that's become the talk of Lakewood. Her Sloppy Joes are so good, even the strictest lunch ladies are lining up. And Mr. Tompkins, the substitute teacher who once got locked out of the school and had to sneak back in through the gym window. Let's just say it was awkward. Now, he's the mastermind behind the after-school escape room club, teaching lock-picking skills that actually come in handy, especially during fire drills. But wait, there's more. Remember that kid in 7th grade, Timmy, who got his science project disqualified because he accidentally used glow-in-the-dark paint on the wrong side of the poster? Yeah, well, Timmy didn't let that stop him. Now he's running a weekend workshop for kids on how to create lit science displays, literally glowing with success. Or take Marissa, the drama club's understudy, who famously forgot her lines during the school play's opening night, turning a dramatic monologue into a hilarious improv session. Fast forward to today, and Marissa is directing this year's school musical, bringing fresh energy and killer stage presence. And finally, shout out to Coach Daniels, who once tripped over his own whistle during the big game halftime. A moment forever immortalized in the school yearbook's Oops section. Today, he's leading the varsity team to the playoffs, known for his unbeatable strategies and occasional dance moves on the sidelines. Redemption is proof that your past doesn't define your future. So whether you're a sock and sandal fashion icon, a food truck queen, or a lock-picking legend in the making, there's always a way to rise. Keep going, Lakewood. Your comeback stories are just getting started. Alright, it's time for some truth hurts. Time for some uncomfortable truths. If you send someone 12 TikToks in a row and they don't reply, that's a hint, not a challenge. Trust me, your relentless sharing isn't going to win you any popularity contests. If your signature scent is Axe body spray, you may be the villain in someone's origin story. Like, beware the man who smells like a locker room in regret. And if your dog has more Instagram followers than you, congratulations. You're just the cameraman. Don't be jealous. Fido's just out here living his best life. If you've ever called someone by the wrong name for 3 weeks straight and pretended it was a nickname, you might be in denial about your social skills. If your idea of dressing up is switching from sweatpants to sweatpants with a logo, well, fashion critics everywhere just sighed. And if your houseplants have formed an intervention group because you keep forgetting to water them, that's a cry for help, or at least some serious plant therapy. But here's the kicker. Despite all these truths, we still haven't got a single viewer story from you guys. Nada. Zilch. It's like we're talking into the void. Or maybe you're just too shy to confess your awkward moments. But hey, owning your truth is powerful. That zit on your nose, that stain on your shirt, that weird laugh, all part of the package. Embrace the awkward. That's what Wedgie Wednesday's for. Alright, let's talk about those secrets we all carry. Not the big scandalous ones, but the little ones that live in your back pocket. Like the fact you still sleep with a stuffed animal. Or that you never learned how to ride a bike. Or that you still Google how to boil an egg every single time. I'll go first. My back pocket secret? I still rehearse arguments in the shower. Ones that happened 10 years ago. And I always win. Always. We asked our listeners to share theirs, anonymously. And well, surprise, surprise, the inbox was quieter than a library at midnight. So since we didn't get any actual stories, I'm going to share some totally true made-up ones instead. Like, let's see. I secretly binge listen to boy bands and can name every member of NSYNC, but only in my head. I once convinced my entire class I was related to the Queen of England just to get out of a pop quiz. I have a stash of candy in my desk drawer that I pretended is for guests, but really, it's just for me at 3 a.m. I still get a little nervous calling tech support, even though I work in IT. I have an irrational fear of garden gnomes. Don't ask why, it's a thing. See, you're not alone. You're just a little weird, like the rest of us. And honestly, that's way more fun. Okay, time to celebrate the rise of the nerds. In this week's Revenge of the Nerds, we honor Alana, who turned her Dungeons and Dragons campaign into a YouTube series with over 50,000 views. And yes, she voices every single character herself, including a dragon who sounds suspiciously like her old math teacher. Derek, who used to get bullied for bringing a lunchbox to school. Now he designs custom bento boxes for anime conventions and even sells samurai sushi sets that come with tiny chopstick swords. Coach Riley, who just learned to code at age 62 and built an app that helps track lost whistles. That's right, whistles. Because apparently, whistles go missing faster than socks in a dryer. Then there's Jenny, who combined her love of chess and knitting into a podcast called Checkmate and Pearl, where she analyzes grandmaster strategies while making sweaters shaped like rooks and bishops. And let's not forget Marcus, who used to get teased for collecting vintage calculators. Now he runs a Twitch channel where he solves complex math problems while speed-eating spicy ramen. Multitasking level expert. See, don't sleep on the geeks. They're out here changing the world, one awkward hobby at a time. Now, real talk. We still haven't gotten any viewer stories sent in for Revenge of the Nerds. So if you've got a nerdy victory or a glow-up tell, slide it into our DMs or hit us up next week. Let's put those underdog legends on the map. Alright, it's time for Midweek Mayhem, where we dive headfirst into the chaos and weirdness of the week. You think your week was wild? Wait till you hear these. Okay, first up, a raccoon. Not just any raccoon. This little bandit made headlines after breaking into a vending machine at a high school in Florida. This furry troublemaker got itself stuck inside the machine and absolutely refused to come out until someone bought it a Snickers bar. Yeah, you heard that right. Deputies had to roll the entire vending machine outside and wait patiently for 2 hours before they could safely rescue the snack-loving critter. You gotta admire the raccoon's persistence. That one determined midnight snack run. Next, picture this. A peaceful yoga class at the Lakewood Community Center. Calm and serene. Everyone's in downward dog, breathing in, breathing out, Zen mode activated. Suddenly, out of nowhere, someone's Bluetooth speaker connects mid-pose and blasts Baby Got Back at full volume. I'm talking about that classic Sir Mix-a-Lot hit that definitely isn't your typical yoga playlist. You can imagine the shocked faces, the giggles, and the rapid attempts to disconnect the rogue speaker. Sometimes chaos finds you even in the most tranquil places. And for the grand finale of chaos, an epic moment of cosmic justice. A kid decided to prank his sister with slime. Classic, right? Except, in the great prank backfire tradition, he slipped and ended up sliming himself instead. Talk about instant karma. Slime everywhere. Embarrassment guaranteed. And probably a newfound respect for not messing with siblings' stuff. Poetic, isn't it? So whether it's raccoons with snack cravings, yoga classes interrupted by 90s hip-hop, or slime pranks gone wrong, Midweek Mayhem reminds us that the universe loves to keep us on our toes. Stay tuned, because next week we'll see what new madness unfolds. But now, we go on to our next segment, the Weekly Wedgie. Okay, this week's Weekly Wedgie goes to perfectionism. You know, that voice inside your head that keeps telling you, not good enough, not polished enough, not ready enough. Perfectionism is a sneaky little bully. It makes you delete every photo because it's not perfect. Abandon every idea before it even gets a chance to breathe. Cancel every plan because it could be better next time. And convince yourself that unless you're the absolute best, you shouldn't even try. And honestly, that's garbage. Because here's the truth. Being human is messy. Life is awkward. It's filled with moments where you trip over your own feet, say the wrong thing, or completely forget your lines. And you know what? That's where the magic often lives. Some of the best stories come from the bloopers, the wedgies, the stumbles, and yes, even the fails. Remember that time you spilled coffee right before an important meeting, but somehow ended up cracking everyone up? Or that weird podcast episode where you launched just for fun? Or that weird podcast episode you launched just for fun, where nothing went as planned, but somehow it connected with people because it was real. That's perfectionism, losing its grip. So, here's my challenge for you guys. Embrace the messiness. Show up even if your hair isn't perfect or your script isn't polished. Sing off key in the shower. Launch that weird podcast idea that's been sitting in your notes for months. Wear socks with sandals if that's your vibe. Hey, fashion rebels need love too. Because confidence isn't about being flawless or having everything figured out. It's about not caring if you're not. It's about stepping into the chaos and saying, here I am, perfectly imperfect. And remember, be ready to take on whatever comes next. So this week, give yourself permission to be human. Give yourself a wedgie for perfectionism. And instead, celebrate the beautiful, messy, wonderfully imperfect journey you're on. And hey, if you mess up, you've just got a great story for next week's Wedgie. Win-win. Alright, that's a wrap for this week's Wedgie Wednesday. Thanks for hanging out with me, for being brave enough to laugh at the chaos, the cringe, and everything in between. Remember, keep your chin up, your pants secure, and whatever secrets you've got, tuck them deep in your back pocket. Or hey, just text me. I'm here for all your weirdness. I'm Jonathan Riley. You've been listening to Talk Radio. See you next week, you beautiful weirdos. No, wait. Just don't change that dial just yet. Tomorrow on Time Warp Thursday. We're stepping back into the shadows to meet the Axeman of New Orleans, a mysterious figure from 1918 who loved jazz, terrorized the city, and somehow had better taste in music than your local barista. We'll dig into who he was, what he wanted, and whether his story is fact, fiction, or just a whole lot of New Orleans weirdness. Then we're turning the spotlight to Frances Farmer, a Hollywood actress whose life was like a roller coaster, designed by a prankster. She battled fame, mental health, and rumors so wild they'd make reality TV producers jealous. You will hear about the highs, the lows, and the downright bizarre twists that made her legend. And finally, we'll poke at the Mandela effect, that strange glitch where thousands of people swear something happened, even when it didn't. Like, did the Monopoly man really have a monocle? Spoiler alert, nope. But the debate rages on, and we'll jump in to figure out if this is just faulty memory or a cosmic joke. So if you're ready for some spooky, kooky, and downright confusing stories, join me tomorrow. Until then, keep your mind open and your weirdness locked and loaded. And catch you on the flip side.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad,
Yeah.
baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad, chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back, I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me, ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact, give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause some pain, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I won't obey. You cannot tell me what I cannot say. I'm here to last, so yeah, I'm here to stay. I'll live each second like my final day. You can't take that away. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad.